Hello everyone, it's Rose here from Little Miss Rose and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be setting up my bullet journal for April 2022. Now this month, as you can see, I've chosen the theme of eggplants and polaroids. And yes, it is a bit of a cheeky take on the lovely things that we call dick pics. Now when I say lovely, I don't mean lovely. I think it's disgusting. So I really hope you've never actually received one, and anyone who's ever thinking about sending one or has sent one, I think it's disgusting. Stop it right now. So I decided on this eggplant theme mainly because I spent the last 2 weeks binging Euphoria. And if you've ever seen that show, you'll understand why there are so many eggplants in my bullet journal for April this month. Have any of you guys seen Euphoria? I actually really loved the show after getting through the first 2 or 3 episodes, which was really eye-opening. I couldn't stop watching it. So highly recommend it, but if you're faint of heart, you might want to steer clear of it because it can be very confronting. Following on from last month's theme where I just used fine liners and Tombows to colour in my illustrations, I've gone with the same idea again this month because it was just so simple last month, and I just really enjoy the simplicity of just colouring in with a brush pen. So this month I've used a purple pen and a very light blue. I will list all of my tools and stationery in the description below. Apart from the large April heading in my monthly log, which I used a black Tombow, all the other headings I've used a pen which was gifted to me by Mavi Uchida. The brush pens are called Le Plume, and I actually prefer them for lettering to the Tombows. This is because the large brush tip is actually a lot firmer than the Tombows, and you can get more control over your lettering using them. I didn't actually like the big heading where I used my black Tombow, so that's why I switched to the Le Plume pen. I'll also link these below as well. So this month, rather than using a thicker fine liner to do my illustrations in, I've actually used a thin fine liner, a 0.3 Staedtler pigment liner, and I've gone over the black lines twice to give it a sort of a rough sort of look, and I've done that with all my illustrations on the page, and I'll also be doing that with my calendar as well. I just like how it gives my pages a more relaxed feel, and also it takes away the burden of trying to draw perfect lines because it is a little bit rustic looking. It doesn't matter if your lines are a bit wobbly and aren't straight. I'm just going to finish off my monthly log using stickers from my Etsy shop, which I will link below so you can check out for yourself if you prefer. I like using stickers to complete my monthly log because it just takes away the hassle of having to do headings and numbers. For my habit tracker, I'm going with a layout I've used previously in this bullet journal. I really like this layout. I love the way it looks once the month is done. The only issue with this layout is having to draw out the millions of circles. So with my colouring and shading, you can see here that I'm using a Tombow first off to do the first layer of colour, and then I will leave that to dry, move on to a different colour, and then pick up the first colour again to do the additional shading on top. I'm using the exact same pen, but just the second layer of colour on top makes it a bit darker. I found that if you leave the first layer to dry a bit first before you go over on the second layer, you get more of a defined shadow coming through. So I've decided to mix it up in my bullet journal this month and decided to add the new spread. This is going to be a 1 line a day spread, where at the end of the day I'll just write down a memory or a thought I had during the day, or just the mood. And again, just decorating it with lots of eggplants. And then of course back to my standard pages that I always include, which is, the first one is a weight tracker, which will be a graph where I track my weight each day. Okay, so now that you've seen most of my April setup in my bullet journal, what do you think so far? You enjoying this theme? You don't like it? Do you find it offensive? If you have any suggestions or ideas for themes for May, then let me know in the comments below. And yeah, also just let me know what you think of this theme this month. For my last two pages, I am going to create my standard spending log, which I'll use to track all my spending during the month. And on the page opposite to that, I'm just going to do a bit of a quote page. And that is my setup for April in my bullet journal. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please let me know in the comments below or leave a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for future videos or future pages you'd like to see in my bullet journal, also let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this far and joining me this month. I will catch you next month for my May plan with me. See you later. Bye.